So I had to record this. Like, God gave me this word at 4:30 or 4 something in the morning. And I kid you not, I'm still up, and it's just like in my belly. So I have to release this. Somebody has to hear my voice. Somebody has to hear that it's execution time. You've been waiting for so long. You've been sitting on this assignment. You've been sitting on this gift. You've been sitting on this talent. You've been sitting on this vision. It's time to execute the assignment. It's time to go forth. It's time to put that action into place. It's time. It's time. It's time. See, a lot of the times we sit back and God gives us a vision. The vision could be to birth a hotel, to give birth to that new production, to give birth to that book, to give birth to that organization, to give birth to that new business, to give birth to opening up a church, to give birth to travel, to give birth to that nursing agency, to give birth to that property rental that he's telling you to go after, to give birth to that salon, to give birth to that barbershop, to give birth to that actress role that he's telling you that you're going to change the lives of people. He's been telling you to give birth. Most of us have gave birth, but we allow what we gave birth to be set aside because of the distractions. No, you got to fight through those distractions. You have to push through those distractions because they're only trying to tear you away. But in the Bible, in Habakkuk, it says, though it tarry, though you have to wait, though you push it to the side, though it did not look like it's coming to pass, but wait for it. Though it's hairy, wait for it. Now God is saying the wait is over. God is saying execute the plan. Execute it. Execute what it is that I have for you. He said execute it. My God, execute the plan that I put inside of you. The plan that you already have. A lot of you have the blueprint and you guys are allowing the blueprint to collect dust. God said pick up the blueprint and it's time to execute it. It's execution time. It is the season for you to execute. Some of you made a vow and saying, God, I promise I'm going to go back. I promise. And God said it's time for you to make that, to step into that vow and fulfill it. Fulfill it. If you want to break generational curses, you have to step into the assignment. If you want to break poverty, you have to step into the assignment. No, it's not easy. Yes, it looks like it's a long road, but God is saying it's time to execute. Oh my God, I feel it in my belly. You got me preaching and I'm not even here to preach, but I was trying to encourage somebody. It's time to execute. You want to become that woman empowerment? It's time to execute. You want to be the first male to go into the moon? It's time for you to execute. You want to be the next president? It's time for you to execute. You want to be like Maya Angelou? It's time for you to execute. Stop watching people and it's your turn and it's your time. It's time to execute. You want to be that next director directing videos, music videos, or whatever it is. You want to be that next best rapper that's going to spread positivity into the world, into this generation that's coming up. It's time to execute. Stop watching everybody else and it's time for you to put your best foot forward and it's time to execute. It's time. Why wait on it? Why sit on it? Why allow it to be heavy on your back and watching everybody else saying, damn, God, when is my time? God said it. I been gave it to you. I been told you to step out, but you got scared. You allow fear of the unknown to take over. You allow the fact that I didn't have the money or the resources or the outlook. And God said, I am your provider. I am your resources. I am everything that you want me to be. You got to manifest it. You got to feel it. You got to step into it. You gotta want it. You gotta grab it. But God, I did everything. It don't look like. Well, I never said it would be easy. But if you trust me, I will bring everything to you. If you trust me, you will have it. If you looked at anybody who's building a success, like Tyler Perry, it didn't happen overnight. He started at a studio. He started in a car. He started in different places before he could even see the grand success. Things like that take time. But the point is, he executed. You have to execute. God said it's execution time. And if you don't execute it, you're going to sit on it and then you're going to pass away with the gifts inside of you. How many people have you know close to you had a vision and their vision didn't come to pass because they didn't execute it, or they were in the process of executing it and then something happened, a distraction happened, and it took them the other direction and they took a detour and it never happened. But God is giving you the opportunity right now, giving you the chance to execute it. Execute it. It's execution time. I'm going to be that spiritual midwife to birth you into it. I'm going to be that spiritual midwife to help you carry that vision, to bring that vision to pass, to allow you to see it in your hand, because it's tangible, baby. You just got to grab it and reach it. It's tangible, baby. You just got to manifest it. I manifested my book. I thought about it. I closed my eyes and even envisioned it. I even saw myself getting it in the mail with boxes. And now in 2023, it is here. I'm touching that tangible thing. The thing that was once wasn't really tangible. I created it in my mind. I manifested in my mind that I'm touching this book because that's what I would manifest. And now I have it. So now I'm here to inspire others that it can happen. Just reach up and grab it. Close your eyes. Take a moment and just create that vision. Create that hotel that you're about to give birth to. Get the blueprint. Write it out. Get the layout. It's time to execute. Oh my God, I feel this so heavy. My God. It's time to execute. It's time to execute. Put that plan into action. Let's go. It's time. I'm not going to say it anymore. It's time to execute. I feel it so heavy. I know somebody gonna reach up and they gonna grab it and they gonna say, girl, you blessed me with that word. No, that was God, because he put it in my belly, because my belly was like literally like it's just crazy. I know I'm speaking fast because I gotta speak it how I hear it, because it's so heavy and I feel it so heavily. It's execution time. Like, he woke me up at 4 a.m. to tell me it's time to execute. I let it sit. I just got out the bathroom and he's like, it's time to execute. I was like, I'm about to record this. I had to have people hear it instead of read it, because it's different when you hear it than when you read it, because some people don't comprehend that way. So they have to put it with the voice. So God is saying it's time to execute. Go read Habakkuk. And it'll tell you. I even posted on the Facebook. It'll tell you. What God is saying, it is execution time. Time to execute. Be who God created you to be, not who man created you to be, not who your mother created you to be, not who your father created you to be. Sometimes we create our own, and that's not who God created. That's not who God created you to be. Be who God created you to be. A lot of us don't know what does that mean? What does that look like? It's okay. Take a step back, sit back and ask God, who do you want me to be? Who did you create me to be? For a long time, I've been trying to find out who am I? What's my identity? What's my calling? At the end of the day, you still going to find out who you are, because as you start developing more gifts, you're going to start God's going to start planting in you multiple gifts. Just like in the Bible, he gave gifts to one, gave 5 talents to this person, another talent to that person. And one person didn't execute that gift. And what happened? It got taken away from him. So don't let you be that one that your gifts get taken away from, because if he didn't bury that gift, as he continued the journey, he would have opened up more doors and other gifts would have started flowing in. So I believe that you got more gifts inside of you. You may think you have 3 gifts, but God said, I gave you 1,000,000 gifts. I gave your hands with, I gifted your hands with so much talent, but you got to execute that 1 that I trust you with. You got to execute that 2 that I trust you with, so you can see the avenues that I have for you. That's why you can see other actors and celebrities, and they can have they can become they came in being an artist and they leave out with 2 or 3 brands, or they have the acting business and they got all these other avenues that they didn't even know, because it opened up different doors for them. Off of 1 gift, off of 2 gifts. God said it's time for you to execute that gift, execute that talent. Stop letting it lay dormant. Now it's time for you to open up that door and step into what God is calling you to be. I'm not going to be long-winded, because I feel that so heavily, like I could preach about this on and on and on, but I'm going to let this video just die right then and there, and let somebody know it's time to execute that gift. Happy New Year. We here in the crossover. It's time. It's time.